Good morning, sir.
Morning. Jeremy, as you can see, we use the vernacular a lot, but yes, a train wreck. Right behind my shoulder right here. This is Marshall, and we are just off of Franklin Street right here. You can see there's the railroad overpass right here. Now, it was a westbound train this morning, and we don't exactly know what time, but a westbound train this morning actually had numerous cars derail as it was coming right behind the Railroad Museum here. If anybody's been to Marshall, you know where the museum is. It's right on North Washington Street, and it's right between Franklin Street and North Washington. And what you see over my shoulder right here is a dangerously close call. All right, about 8 to 10 cars derailed as it was going westbound, and you can see this one came very close to actually moving and falling right into the roadway right here. As you can see, some of the joists up there and the big timbers that are used on this have been snapped away right up here. So we're not exactly sure what the cause of the derailment was. Now, I have sent some video in. What we do know at this point is that none of these cars were loaded. There was no dangerous material in these. As a matter of fact, many of the cars that derailed had not had anything loaded on them. There were no box cars on them at all. There is another train coming through right now. Here's the good news. There are two lines right here. The westbound line is the one that is blocked off right now. This is the one where you see the train is stopped right here. There is another line right adjacent to it where some of the other trains are actually moving through at this point. So there is some freedom of movement for them. Now, we don't know at this point what actually caused the derailment here. We do know just from a peripheral look, let me get around here so we can see it. Just from a peripheral look, you can see on this car right here that came off the track, you can see that the axles are gone. All right, a couple of them have been actually torn away from the boxcar, or I should say from the actual car itself. The boxcars are actually loaded on top of the car. But the axle has been removed and somehow it broke off. And we saw that on a couple of the overturned cars at this point. So we're not exactly sure what agency is involved in this. There's a little confusion as to whether it's Kansas City or it's Northern Pacific. So we don't exactly know, or Union Pacific, I should say. So we don't exactly know what line is out here, but we do know that there are numerous railroad workers that are out here that are actually addressing the problem. There is a bridge right off of North Washington Street where you can get a very, very good look, and we've sent some of those pictures in. You get a very good look from an overhead shot of exactly how many cars. All of the cars, fortunately, derailed in one direction, so they're all off the track on the north side of the track, and that's where they're working on them right now. What we do know at this point is that we were told this happened sometime early this morning. So we're guessing at this point that it was sometime before 8 o'clock when this happened. As you can see, the train's still moving through, so it's a little bit loud right now. But that is essentially where we are right now. Now, there's no injuries involved here. No structures were compromised. So, as I said, this was a very close call right here because this particular car came within about 8 feet of actually landing right in the roadway right here. That's as much as we know at this point. We'll have to check in with railroad personnel a little bit later to find out exactly what went on here.
Well, Bob, thanks for the updates. Of course, you stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you again as you learn more.